Hello everyone, my name is Nate Cowan. This is my final project, A Wizard's Descent, for my DIG 3727 level design class. And here we're going to let my level load a bit because my computer is bad. And we are going to start exploring this derelict ruin. Now here, we're introduced one of our first mechanics. Press E, you can grab and pick up objects. Often they're designated by this wooden cube. And over here, we have statues, where if you press E on them, you can interact with them and get a little bit lore about what's going on here. As you jump up here, needing a box to get up, come across a locked door. And so you can see this dead bush here, looks a lot like a fire pit. Throw a firebolt into it, lights it up, and allows you to open the door. And here we have another statue, lit up by some light. And so you get to read that, and figure out, oh, essentially, you have to light up lasers in the subsequent order of when these were of his stages of imprisonment. So, his feet were bound, then his hands put behind bars, hung up in a cage, into the gallows, and then finally laid to rest. As we come across here, we have some little green goop. This is obviously dangerous, as the many bones in it. And then we come across here, a chasm of infinite darkness. And here the theme is primarily darkness, so you can see there's only the light at the edge. And so you throw your firebolts, you're able to explore it, see a little bit more, such as the cages and the skeletons. And then, oh, over here there's a blazer. You light that up, it raises the platform. And that's the main mechanic of this. You gotta explore the edges of this cavern, find blazers, often designated by that pillar model beneath it, and essentially light up the fire pit so that you can progress. It lights up the way as well. Not a ton, but enough to be a little bit atmospheric, and still encourage you to use your firebolt as your primary source of light. Over here, we have some rocks, which seem a little too tall, but there's a box there, and you can easily assume, oh, what if we put another box on top of that? Jump on top of this, come up to here, light that up, that'll raise that, and we can jump across. A locked door. Every other locked door that we've opened is through fire pits, so if you come over here, you can light that up. Here we just have a bunch of boxes that you can knock around with the physics. It's a lot of fun, a little bit of a challenge to make your way easily through it. Now as we approach here, we can hear the wind howling as we come across one of the largest rooms. These massive terracotta armies and all the shadows coming across them. And this statue. Read the last little bit of lore, which gives a little bit more indicator that perhaps the statues are a bit more aware of your presence here. And then we come across this strange artifact. Interact with it, and you have the option to take it or leave it. Now if you take the artifact, you're surrounded. And, well, if you attempt to approach the statues, it's game over. Shoved right into a cage, and you're left to rot there. That's the end of my Critical Path playthrough, and now I'm going to give a few more just insights into the level itself, into the design that's gone into it. Originally, this outside segment was going to be a lot longer, and involve a bit more exploration. However, I need to cut down on the critical path so it fit within the time constraints. So primarily you should get small little hints like this cage holding that dude, or these or just like the stuff down here. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Hiccups. Sorry. Excuse me, sorry. I don't want to re-record this. So I try to use always consistent models for mechanics, so the boxes are always those dark wooden boxes. The fire pits always have this dead bush on them, the cobblestone underneath, and this little more stone patterned thing. This green goop. It kills you if you touch it. If you can see here, controls, return to main menu, resume. There's no direct quit button. Crossing this chasm. I spent a lot of time on this. You can see all the cages. If you look down here, you can see the skeletons. You don't know if they're adventurers that came before you, or if those are the unfortunate people hidden within these cages. Perhaps you were eventually became one of those people at the end of the game. I think there's a little bit of a funny one. If you look up there, there's a dude who got trapped up there. It's a little bit hard to see. I don't like how the lighting came out. I do like how it came out. I just think it could have been better to, you know, actually light up more of the chasm. Oh, I'm dead. Another little gameplay thing that I don't particularly enjoy is how mobile the character is. I wanted to primarily focus on exploration and puzzle solving rather than movement, as that was what the movement level was mainly about. However, this one, I kept the same movement as before, and he moves around quite a bit. There's a little shortcut that you can do over here. So if you can see these pillars, walk across them and come across over to here. This is also in case you fall down here. You can go back around on those pillars, shoot that, and then you can jump on top of that as it's rising up. So it's a little speedrun tech in case you ever want to speedrun a Wizard's Descent. There's a statue over there. You can see what it says if you ever go over to it. Has the same model and everything. And now, finally, at the Take the Artifact segment, there is actually an alternate ending to this game if you don't take the artifact. So you can walk up to this, you just leave the artifact, and just continue onwards. It's very empty. It's like almost they weren't expecting you to do this. And then, you know, you just have two little statues, the outside, and you're giving an ending where you make it out of there. You're not imprisoned. So that's the end of my level. That's everything I have to show off for it. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good rest of your day. Good night, or good morning, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. Bye.